It's me again. It's been a minute. It is officially springtime now. Holy smokes. It's sunny and warm and gorgeous in California. It's about to be Earth Day, Mother's Day, and then we're going to have Memorial Day, and then it'll be actually summer and Pride, and it's just basically it's June. Oh God. Anyway, I want to tell you about some new things that we've been cooking up over here. I'm very excited to share. So, some of you may have heard of my Terra Firma collection before, so named because I like the idea that gemstones that come from the earth and really look like it, there's just something really special about them. And the Terra Firma quartzes that I use in these pieces, they feel like little captured landscapes. And so it's almost as if you're God the Creator sized and you're looking down into these tiny little like ocean coral reef or like desert or jungle forest treetops. They're amazing. And I obsessively collect them, and I have so many now that I felt like, oh, I guess it's about time that I make another little capsule. So I started out with originally when I launched this, there was two like whopper chunky giant rings and a big pendant and the theta earrings. And what else was in that collection? I think that was about it to start. But oh yeah, we had Bia, which I made another one because we sold that one. But yeah, so it started as a small little capsule, but it was kind of more ostentatious and collectible. And over time, I've been gathering more of these quartzes from like the big down to like these really cute, like candy dot sized ones that someday will be an earring. And yeah, they're just amazing. So I'm going to walk you through these new pieces because they're very special and close to my heart, and I think you're going to love them too. So firstly, we have the gorgeous aforementioned Bia. It's a Bia marquee, and it has halo around the trillions, and then the trillions inverted, which is my thing that I do on a Bia. But the center stone is what was described to me as leopard aquamarine. But basically, it's like an included, essentially, beryl. And most of these are quartz, like I mentioned before, but this really also feels like it belongs in Terra Firma. And it kind of sits with like the rutilated quartzes and the kind of included emeralds and other beautiful, weird, like murky galaxy gray diamonds and all that kind of vibe. But it has this like really pretty kind of light infraction and like a little bit of like red and black and gray, like and blue all mixed together. And it looks so damn gorgeous next to white diamonds that I felt like it needed to be in a Bia. Plus it's a marquee shape and we just like that. So I'm excited for whoever ends up with this ring because it's literally one of one. So special. And I had to make a couple other rings with the littler stones because, you know, I mean, ultimately I want one of these for myself. So I had to just try and see what it was like to just make it into a really simple Bia. So this one is a really cute kind of cushiony square, and it like looks almost like clear from the side because really what's happening is like the surface of the quartz is magnifying the back of the quartz, and that's what you're seeing, almost like those crazy glass blown paperweights. You're seeing this kind of like magnified surface of something really small that's underneath, and it's like incredible. It really feels like you're looking down into like Sedona, Arizona. Beautiful. And then I made some necklaces. I'm just going to show you a couple of them, but I made a few. I'm not going to tell you how many. I have to look at the site and count them. Maybe it's 4 or 5. I can't remember how many they let me get away with, but I'm going to show you 2 of them right now. Both of them are oval, east-west, which we also love because that's a thing we do. But they're these gorge little oval Terra Firmas, and one of them has a plain chain, and a couple of them have like little diamonds in the chain as well. So they kind of have like a little sparkly constellation. But I'd say the bigger oval looks a little bit like a coral reef, it's just majesty. They're so bloody cool. And then the other one, who are you? I think you might be Taos in the Fall. Working title. Anyway, this collection is amazing, and the quartzes are just insane. I get them from a variety of places. They're mostly mined in Brazil, which is where most of the usable gem quality quartz comes from in the world these days. And to be honest, quartz is the most common ingredient of planet Earth. It's tremendously prevalent. But the thing about quartz is that it can be a number of different kind of sort of expressions of quartz. So you have things like a beautiful, like clear rock crystal, or like a crystal ball would be made of, for example. Crystal ball, perfectly clear quartz. Then there's also what you think of as like included quartz with like the little phantoms in it, smoky quartz, green amethyst is actually a quartz. So there's like all these different types of quartz that are like colored and generally transparent. And then they go into a category that's sort of like semi-translucent, which would be like a chalcedony. And the theta drops are like I call it sunset chalcedony, because it's kind of like in between a chalcedony and an agate. And then agate is when you get into a category you've seen like agate wind chimes or like coasters or whatever. Agate is sort of like banded, and it can be more opaque, but it can also be like a semi-translucent kind of material. And then on the total other end of the spectrum, you get to like jaspers, and those are like just fully opaque. But again, like quartz, they can be lots of different colors, they can be banded, they can be speckled. And all of this is basically the geology of the earth captured in all these different ways, like different microcosms of where they were formed, like where the rocks, the crystals, the elements were converging and being formed. And so these special little beauties are just something, they're a class all their own, because they basically have a clear quartz on top of like all of this little infinite cosmos that's happening inside. And then they're either cabochon, so that means that they're like curved on top and beautiful and it has that kind of watch glass look, or they're faceted, which I have a few examples of those here as well. And these particular ones are faceted like an emerald cut, but if you've seen the other collection, I've done ovals and squares, and I have pear shapes. They're amazing, all beautiful. And the one other amazing thing about this collection, and then I'll stop talking, is that we gift a portion of the sales of all of these pieces to the NRDC, which is the National Resources Defense Council. So as part of our commitment as a company and as a human who cares deeply about planet Earth, I really do, especially growing up in a place where you see the Earth and how incredible and bountiful and specific and majestic it is. We really believe that it's important, like if we're taking something out, that we give something back. The NRDC is amazing. They are protectors of all things Mother Earth and the people and plants and animals that are on it. Earth, air, water, all the things. You can read a little about it on our website, and we'll tag them below as well for a future investigation. But as I mentioned, it's important, if we take, we give back. And that's part of the MO of the company and of me personally. And I think it's really important because invariably, even though we use recycled gold and we use the reclaimed melee and we try to use all the most like cost effective and also like ethical sourcing for packaging, and our offices have like composting, and we try to do all the good things as much as we can, but invariably we're taking something from the earth. So I think it's really important that we're giving back, and especially as we love this collection so much and it really is honoring Mother Earth. Mother's Day coming up, reminder. As we honor Mother Earth, we really want to make sure that we're putting our money where our mouth is. So anyway, I cannot wait to see who ends up with these pieces of jewelry. Somebody special times 4 or 5 from this capsule. So yeah, anyway, more to come, because because you saw all these loose gemstones, and I will make little capsules to come. Maybe another one if in the holiday or something. But you can always contact me for something special too. One of a kind.